Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am Heather Tiedemann. I'm a realtor down here in the beautiful Lexington, Columbia, South Carolina area. And today we are going to be talking about how to make friends when you move to Lexington, or Columbia or Irmo, or really anywhere in the Midlands area of South Carolina. And honestly, these can be applicable to really anywhere for the most part. But before we get started, you know what I'm going to ask that you please like and subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate it. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm, and I have a goal of 550 subscribers this year, and we are well on our way. So I really appreciate all the love and support from you guys. So let's hop on into this. So I've been hearing a lot, mostly in like my moving to Lexington, South Carolina Facebook group, that people are kind of struggling making friends here. And I have made a video about this in the past, so if you've already seen that video, this is going to be kind of like a refresher course, but hopefully it is very helpful for you when you are moving to a new area and trying to figure out how you can make those connections, because those connections can really make or break if you enjoy an area or if you don't enjoy the area, because the more connected to the community that you are, the better your transition. So I'm going to talk about a few different ways in which you can make friends. So as you guys know, I am a South Carolina native. I've lived in South Carolina my entire life. However, I'm not originally from this area. I'm originally from a tiny small town just outside of Aiken called Wagner. One traffic light and a Piggly Wiggly. That was our town, and all the friends I made there were for me growing up. Went to school there, so I made all those connections there. And when you live in a small town, you know everybody, and you know their parents and their grandparents. So when I moved to Lexington back in 2017, it was a big transition for me, because even though I didn't move across states and I could still see my friends, I had nobody here. And my biggest, where I met the vast majority of my friend group came from the Meetup app. Meetup is a fantastic, and I get it, it kind of sounds like a dating app. It is not a dating app. I am married. It is not a dating app. It is an app in which you download on your phone, iPhone, Android. It is on both. And they have local groups in which you can join based off your interest. When I first moved here, my daughter, she was very young, so I joined a ton of play groups. So I was in quite a few different play groups. I would go attend their events, and from there I was able to make those connections and really build those friendships. And I left those play groups when my daughter started school back 2020. Yeah, my daughter started school in 2020, but I still have those friends to this day because of those connections that I made in those meetup groups. My best friend came from those meetup groups. I talk to her every single day. So meetup is a fantastic way of meeting people that have your interests. And it's not just play groups. If you enjoy going hiking, if you just want to go out to dinner, there are social groups. We run the Lexington Newcomers group. So if you are new to the area and you want to meet other people that are new to the area and hear their experiences, it's not just open to newcomers. We have a lot of locals in that group as well, but it is a fantastic way. We meet once a month, sometimes twice a month. Ideally I try to do like a morning time one and then an evening time one. That way it kind of helps everybody, because we do have a lot of maybe moms or dads that stay at home, and while the kids are at school, they're able to come to the morning ones, but they're not able to come to the evening ones because sports, getting off work, trying to get the house clean, this, that, and the other. So we try to do a good balance of both daytime ones as well as nighttime ones, so you can make those connections. And the people that I see continuously come to these events are very well connected in this community, even though they've only lived here for maybe a year, maybe 2 years. But they know probably more people than even the locals know, because they are putting themselves out there. So I can preach about Meetup app all day, but it genuinely is a fantastic platform, especially when you are new to an area, or even if you're not new to an area. It's amazing. Kind of going along with Meetup app are Facebook groups. So Facebook groups also can have the same thing, finding groups that pertain to what you're interested in, that will have meetups. Go join those meetups. Go out and meet people, because you're never going to find your friend group and your connections by sitting in your house. It sounds harsh, but you have to take the initiative to go talk to people. You can't expect people to come to you. You have to go to them. If you want to have these connections, you have to put in the work, because everybody is busy. Everybody has lives, and they want to embrace you. They want to have these conversations. They want to have these connections. But if you never leave your house, how are they going to make these connections? That is a big thing that I see that so many people do, is they move here and they don't do anything, and then they complain they don't have a tribe or a community or their people, but they never put in the work to get those people. You have to put in the work. If I just sat at home all day, if someone came and knocked on my door to come hang out with me, I'd be like, why are you here? So why are we expecting that? Like, does that make sense? I'm not trying to be harsh, but like, does that make sense? If someone came and knocked on your door saying, hey, let's be friends, are you going to be friends with them, or are you going to be like, why is this weird guy at my door? I kind of went off on a tangent there, but Facebook groups are a great way of meeting people that have like interest. There are hiking groups, there are basketball groups. Just type in what you're looking for. Go to the search bar. If you like basketball, type in Pickup Basketball Lexington, South Carolina. There is a group for it. I've already looked it up. If you like pickleball Lexington, South Carolina, there's probably a group for it. I know there's a Pickleball the Midlands group. So there are groups out there in which you can go connect with people that have the same interest as you. On the same note of the meetup group, we also have Lexington Newcomers on Facebook. So you kind of get the double whammy there. Those are excellent resources for finding your people. Along with Facebook groups, if you are in a neighborhood, most neighborhoods will have a neighborhood Facebook group. I saw someone post that, hey, we just moved here. My children's ages are X, Y, and Z. We would love to set up some play dates with your kids. And that is how they found their community. But if you just join the Facebook group, no one's going to know you're there if you're not posting, if you're not commenting, if you're not trying to make those connections. You have to put in the effort in order to make those connections. They're not going to organically just come to you without you making the effort. So we touched on meetup groups, Meetup app, and Facebook groups. Volunteering. Volunteering is a fantastic one. We have a ton of local nonprofits that are constantly looking for volunteers. Mission Lexington is one, Providence Home, City Year. If you want to get out and make meaningful connections with people and really give back to your community, volunteering is a great way of doing that. Do you know how many people that you can impact while also creating a community and serving your community in which you just moved? Volunteering is a fantastic way of doing that. And really, it's a double whammy. It's a twofer, if you would. You're getting that connection while also giving back to the community. So I really encourage you to get out there and volunteer. Maybe you love animals. There's a ton of pet rescue, animal rescue places here that could really use those resources. Number 4, if you are religious, attend church. Most churches have small groups, life groups. They have meetups. They have children's, youth groups. And they're constantly doing things to serve the community. So get out there and meet them. Find a church in which you feel moved there, and create those connections that way. But again, if you go to church and you don't talk to anybody, you can't expect to make those connections. Number 5 is going to be sports. Lexington, Columbia, Irmo, Chapin area, we're very big into sports, especially kids sports. We do have a ton of adult options as well. Join a sports team. Have your kids join a sports team. While your kid is out playing sports, they're getting exercise, they're enjoying themselves, and you can hang out with the parents and make those connections there. Talk to them. Don't just sit there and stay silent. Talk to them. Because 95% of the time, people just want to talk to you and they just don't know how to start that conversation. But if you start that conversation, you're more likely to have it. So highly recommend sports, maybe like pickup basketball, kickball, all those, soccer, football. They're out there. You can find them, especially pickleball. Pickleball is very big in this area. We have a ton of pickleball options, like for pickup games and things like that. So I highly recommend doing that as well. The Y, we have 2 Ys. Well, we have more than 2 Ys, but on this side of the lake, we have 2 Ys in the Irmo area. Go do some group fitness classes. I mean, honestly, you could do that at any gym. Go to a group fitness classes. Talk with the people there. Make those connections. If you enjoy going to the gym, join a gym and go to the group fitness classes. Talk with them, ask them what they like to do around here. Making those connections are a great way of feeling like you belong to this community. Because we're very nice. I promise you. We don't bite. You just talk to us. So those are just a few different ways of really building that community. I'm going to kind of throw in another way that may be a little more geared towards business owners, but networking groups. We have a ton of networking groups. Honestly, a bit of a ridiculous amount. Chamber events. These are fantastic. Even if you are not a business owner, you can go to these events and you can meet business owners in our area. And business owners generally are people that have a lot of connections, and they may be able to help you find a friend group that may work for you because they have all these connections. And then it also kind of helps you in the other sense, because a lot of people move here, they don't know a handyman, they don't know a general contractor, they don't know someone, an HVAC tech or a pest control. But if you're going to these networking groups, you get to meet all these people in one room and figure out which one may be the best one for you. So when you need those services, you can give them a call very easily just because you met them in person. And you feel more comfortable and trusting because you've actually met these people and it's just not a random stranger that you found online. So those are just a few of my tips on how you can truly embrace moving here, because I will tell you, as someone that has helped hundreds of people move to our area, the people that put themselves out there, and you can tell immediately when they start putting themselves out there, put themselves out there and start attending all these events and things to do and trying to find that tribe, they love it here. The people that make those connections, they love it here. I have yet to see someone that has made those connections that doesn't enjoy being here. And 90% of the time, the people that don't enjoy being here are people that did not go out and make those connections with people that wanted them to come to them, versus putting themselves out there and creating those friendships. So I know this was a little bit of a rant. I promise you I'm not angry. I was just trying to express myself and explain why you may be struggling and ways that you can find a solution to that. But I'm not gonna keep you much longer because this is already like a 15-minute video of me just rambling on. But if you want to know more about our area and questions about our area, my contact information is in the description box below. I'm always happy to answer emails, absolutely no pressure. People email me all the time from my YouTube videos, and they can attest to the fact that I'm happy to just answer their questions without trying to pressure them. And if you want others' opinions besides mine, you can join our Moving to Lexington, Moving to Irmo, and Moving to Chapin Facebook groups and ask your questions there and get the opinions of thousands of people. So until next time, bye!